All right. So, as you may or may not have realized, last month I started basically a challenge my friend had initiated called the Health Detective Challenge. So I started that last month. And I decided that as part of this challenge, I was going to continue working on my hormone health. Now, hormone health for me is nothing new. I have been working on hey, sorry about that. My internet, I don't know what just happened. But anyway, so for the past month and a half, I've been working on this Health Detective Challenge, which is basically just advocating being our own health detectives and figuring out what is going on and then working on it to fix it. So I have had hormone issues personally for at least hormone issues that I've known about for the last 12 years. This is nothing new for me. Now, I have been working on my hormone health for the past couple of years, and I've noticed huge improvements, but specifically the past month and a half, I've really been focusing on my hormone health and what else I can do to improve it. Now, if you're not familiar with hormones, I'm not just talking about our lady hormones and our guy hormones. I'm talking about overall hormone health. Hormones are your body's signals, basically. So your body uses hormones to tell you when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when you're hungry, when you're full, when your immune system needs to go into action, all the things. Fight or flight, everybody's familiar with that one. That is a hormone, specifically called cortisol, that brings your body up. And anyway, so hormones are very important, and they do a lot of things in our body. And I've been working very specifically on my hormone health for this past month and a half or so. So back when I started my hormone health journey, it started off small, and basically my hormones were so completely out of whack that every time I did just a little something, I noticed results like that. It was amazing. And every time I changed something else, I would notice more and more results. Honestly, at the point I'm at now, I'm not noticing results because it's so subtle at this point, which is great. That means my hormones are in a much better place than they were, but it doesn't give me any big dramatic stories to share, and that's okay. I'm good with that because this is not something that I know will be fixed overnight. It's something that's just going to take time because it has been building for an entire lifetime. So like I'm at the point now where my cycles, which used to be completely miserable, are now, I'm like, oh, was that a cramp? Okay. Or like, oh, look, I've got a pimple. I must be about to start. Or, just minor stuff, which is amazing and awesome, but nothing big and dramatic. So I'm the past 45 days or so, I haven't really seen any dramatic results from the things I've changed, but I'm going to continue because I know there will be results in the long run. So what have I been doing just in the last 45 days? I have added in an oil called myrtle, which if you were hanging out with me in a Bible study, we learned that myrtle is very good for your endocrine system, which of course controls your hormones. So I've been using 1 drop of myrtle, and I just rub it on my thyroid every day, first thing in the morning. Now I have noticed that I'm more awake in the mornings, but I'm not sure if that's the myrtle or if it was left over from the multigreens I had been taking before that I have since run out of. Either way, it's been really nice. I've been awake in the mornings. I have also been adding in cedarwood oil because a friend of mine did a class on hormones, and she was talking about how if you don't dream or don't remember your dreams, that can be a sign that your pineal gland, which controls your circadian rhythms, your sleep cycles, can be in need of assistance. It perhaps is a little imbalanced. So I have never, ever been able to remember my dreams, except very, very rarely. I'm assuming that I do dream because people do. It's kind of an important part of sleep, but I never remember them. So I took that as a sign that I needed to support my pineal gland. And what I've been doing for that is I'll take a drop of cedarwood oil, which is amazing for brain health. And I've been putting it just on the back of my neck because your pineal gland is actually located in the back of your head. So I figured, proximity there. I started off with 1 drop of cedarwood at night, and I didn't notice anything. I'm like, you know what? This has been an ongoing issue my entire life. You should probably do more than 1 drop. So I have upped it to 2 drops a night. Now, I still don't remember my dreams. But again, this has been a lifelong issue. I don't think, 30 to 45 days is long enough to say, oh, it doesn't work and I'm going to quit. So I will keep going. And if I need to, I will continue to increase the amount of cedarwood I use daily. But at this point, I'm up to 2 drops a day. So we'll see where that goes. Now, the other big thing I am doing for my hormone health is I am cutting out the plastics out of my life. So, and it's only recently, as I've been pulling away from plastic, that I realized just how much I use plastic. Now, you may be wondering why I'm attempting to cut the plastic out of my life, especially out of my food containers is a huge one. Because plastics give off a compound called xenoestrogens. So this is like a false estrogen. It's something that your body treats like an estrogen, but it's not. It's harder for your body to get rid of. They can't process it the way it can normal estrogen, and it throws your estrogen count way up. So I know I have low progesterone. I have had that knowledge for the past 12 years or so, maybe a little less, 10 to 12 years. I've known that my progesterone is very low. So the last thing I need is a huge increase in my estrogen if my body's already struggling with progesterone. So I've been working to cut the plastics out of my life. And I've been getting rid of my plastic food storage containers. I got to find a good replacement for Ziploc bags because I use those like crazy. I really do. I am working on finding something else to make my coffee pot in other than a big plastic pot. In fact, I just posted something about French presses. So if you know anything about a French press, if you love it, if you hate it, if you have anything else, any other methods for making coffee that don't involve plastic, please comment on that post for me because I am just in the research phase now. I've heard of French presses, but I don't really know a whole lot about them other than what people have commented on that post. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now, is still working on my hormone health. I'm in this for the long haul. It's not going to be quick and easy because these are issues that have been building my entire life. And they are not going to be fixed overnight, nor do I expect them to be. Anyway, so that was what I wanted to share with you guys today. If you have any questions or if you want to start your own health detective challenge, let me know. I'd be glad to help you start working on something for the first 90 days. Even if it's just as simple as, hey, I'd like to drink more water because, our bodies use it and I think it would help me feel better. It's amazing how many of us just go around dehydrated all the time. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.